Hey, hey guys, hey ladies and gentlemen, Davis Dynamics out here. Gonna try to get this video in about trying to strike the ball a little bit better. We know we're gonna have our ups and downs every day. So I usually try to start off with a wedge because the wedge has the most loft on it. And if you do hit it offline, it's not gonna really go too far, you know. So we're gonna start with a 60-degree wedge. And basically I'm going to keep my feet together. I'll explain everything later on. But I'm just going to do this video since I don't have a lot of people down here ranting and raving and cussing and all that stuff. And I don't have to censor a lot of stuff out. So, alright, we're going to start with 60-degree wedge. So all that is required for the 60 degrees is to flip it. Make sure you're just paying attention to the back of the ball and just continue to just let the club just continue to travel through.
Jay.
Hey Georgie, how are you?
Good, bud. Good. How's it going with you?
Oh, good, except for I gotta get a hip replacement.
Jesus. Wait. Of what year?
This year. All season I'm gonna do it. Yeah.
You decided?
No, yeah, the doctor said,
The doctor said.
Yeah, it has to happen. So.
Left or right?
Right. He said because it's actually from the lightning strike. I have severe arthritis.
Yeah.
And they did some scans yesterday. He says it has to be done.
So it's your left?
I mean, I'm somewhere left.
Yeah, because you said
I
left,
said right.
point
Well,
right.
they gave me shots in both of them.
Dang it.
And he says it's because, I mean, the way, I mean, you know, everybody swings a different way. And when I swing out, really strike, you know. And he said, yeah, it's going to happen. He said, it's just up to you. So we're going to do it in the whole season.
You gonna do it in November?
Yeah, so that means you need to buy me a nice bottle of bourbon.
Wait a minute, that's like 10 months away. I'm not even sure you might back out of it by then. You drink the bourbon and then you won't get the replacement.
I'll get you something out here.
Okay.
All right, so we're going to just sorry, there's some of the guys out here that just give me a hard time, and they're very friendly out here to me. So, all right, so we're going to start with this wedge. Like I said, we're just going to look at the back of the ball. Now, the main thing is hitting the ball first, but I know people are like, hey, you know what, you need to hit the ball in the turf first. But you know what, that works also. It's just whatever feels good to you. Sometimes I like to, if my ball striking is off, I kind of like to hit the ground and the ball at the same time because I know the bounce is going to make the ball go in the air. So let's get some of this going. First of all, you'll see that I'm going to have my feet close together, which is going to be shoulder width apart, and I'm just going to swing around my body. Now, as you can see, you can play the wedge totally, a lot of different ways. It's just the way you set up on it. Now, you see that I hit some high ones. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to do the same thing, feet close together, shoulder width apart. But this time, I'm going to lean the shaft. I'm going to lean my hands toward my right leg. I'm sorry, apologize, George, done got me messed up. I'm going to lean the shaft, my hands toward my left leg. And I'm going to hit the same shot, but you're going to see at the same speed, you're going to see the trajectory actually comes down. Trajectory, if you're not familiar with these terms, that just means that you're going to see the ball come out a little bit lower. Now, for me, it's one of those things where I think, people like to hit it a long way and stuff like that. For me, I think the wedges are the most important part of the game because that's your scoring clubs. But most people don't, they don't practice it a lot. So while we got about 15 minutes left before I have to go home and eat. I'm gonna get my 7-iron, and we're gonna just do some small drills. I'll explain what I'm gonna do right before I get there because I know the video is still running. So basically, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna keep my feet close together, shoulder width apart, whatever it feels to you. Either just a little bit wider or shoulder width apart. I like my shoulder apart because it kind of makes the swing a little bit more tighter. Instead of all flimsy. So let's see if we can get this done. You should just see some shots that come out really low, but the main thing is we're working on ball striking. We want to put that club just on the back of that ball. You're gonna see some pretty ones, you're gonna see some ugly ones, but this is a part of the journey of learning golf. Point. As you can see, there's no editing to what I do. What you see is what you get. Golf is a very hard game, and it's all about hitting the same spot every time. But sometimes your body just doesn't feel like it, and I have on a back brace because I've been having back issues. I have hip issues, knee issues, ankle issues. So any issues you can think about, I probably have them. But also the sun is going down, so your body doesn't really move as much freely as when it gets cold. So now what we're going to do is we're going to hit 3 more of the punch shots, and then what we're going to do is we're just going to extend the swing out just a little bit more. It's going to be the same punch shot, but we're just going to make the backswing and the foreswing a little bit longer. As you can see, that was those 3. Like I said, didn't require a lot of muscle, didn't require a lot of speed or anything. All I did was try to look at the back of the ball and let the club do its job. Now, in addition to, we will get into the grip, but most people can manipulate their grip and make the body do what it needs to do. But we still have to remember our grip dictates how our body moves, and so on and so on. So if it's not somewhat correct, all sorts of things can happen. So this is what we're going to do. We're going to make the backswing a little bit longer, the foreswing a little bit longer, and then we're going to have to get out of here. right there. Let's get him. That was a bad ball right there. Let's get another one. So, you know, that's just how things go. Like I said, you have different wedges also that will play a huge role in scoring and stuff like that. So, you know, I like to end off on a wedge because it's just almost like you're working out and you're really, I mean, you really put it in that day, but you have to do a cool down. So my wedges are always my cool down. So I'm gonna do this right quick and I'll get out of here. And please, if you, this will be uploaded on my YouTube channel, and please, if you like the content or if you have any questions or anything, definitely if you like the content, hit the like button. Please subscribe, follow me, and if you have any questions, please post them below so I can go ahead and get it done. If you see any different equipment, like I said, I'm playing with my Nike Vapors, which are bladed clubs. I usually don't play with those, but today I just brought about the Relics. So I wanted to make sure that my Relics didn't forget, they didn't think I forgot about them. I don't have my mic on today on my shirt, but as you can see, I'm just making nice smooth swings, you know, and it's just cooling the body down. I'm not going long. I'm not, you know, doing anything that's requiring a lot of power or a lot of you know, a lot of speed. I'm just slowly taking it back, bringing it through, following all the way through, and that's it. So, like I said, when you play a round of golf, it's usually one of the things is we get in the car, go home. But if you have any balls, extra balls laying over, look at the range over there. See if there are a few, hit some. You might learn some things that you didn't do on the course, or mostly just calming your muscles down. Okay, we're gonna hit a few more, and that's gonna be it. So real quickly, because I know I have a tendency to forget, but what you just see me do, I wanted to make sure that my body was aligned. Feet, knees, hips, shoulders, parallel line to your target. So basically that's what you see me do, and as you can see, I still have my feet shoulder width apart. I'm not trying to do anything special. All I'm doing is sliding the club under the ball and letting the club do the work. guys know I love golf, but one last thing I want to just reiterate. You know, we haven't talked about getting the club all the way through to the forward swing. The main thing, especially with pitches like this, is to make sure, and this is 30, 35 yard, 40 yard pitches, make sure to get your weight shifted all the way on your left leg and get that right foot up on this toe. Turn it in. Make sure the weight is all the way to your left, and that toe, that right foot, should be on this toe. Many apologies. When you do that, that's actually saying that you had perfect balance. You didn't swing out of sequence. You didn't swing too hard. You stayed in balance. Alright, so it's time to go home and have dinner. We got 4 balls there. I'm just going to show you just a couple of shots. Golf is about imagination. It's not about hitting the same shot every time. So I'm going to show you some shots where I'm going to hood the club in. The ball, you might not be able to see it until it gets to 30 yard down the other hill. But as for my swinging, you can see the way I'm going to be swinging around my body, different ways to play different shots. The first shot I'm going to hit is going to be, I'm going to hood my club in. And when I mean hood it in, I'm going to turn it in, and then I'm going to leave one out, and then I'm going to leave one straight, and then I'm going to turn one down. So before I do it, I come up and show you what the club face looks like from my point of view. So the first one is going to be hooded in. It's going to be turned to the right. Where I'm standing is going to be turned to the right. Purpose of that is hooding the glove in makes that ball go from right to left. It starts off to the right, and when it hits the ground, it starts spinning, and it goes off to the left. All right. The next one would be the club is going to be open. You want to have it open. It's going to be pointing way out to the right. So if you look at it here, it's going to be pointed out like this. I don't think you can see that one because that one went so far out to the left. That means if I have an obstacle in my way, I can actually turn the ball. But we're gonna do this. We're gonna turn in just a little bit just so you can get the gist of it. Next two, last one's going to be all the way up, flat. Now, I'm guessing y'all know the last one's going to be turned all the way down. Oh gosh, that felt so good. I'm going to hit 2 more. Okay, I want to say thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for tuning in. Of course, I'm going to go up and show you exactly what I've been working on. Hope you can see those golf balls out there. If you can't, it's probably because of the sun, but you can see them all in a cluster right there. That's usually where I work on. Like I said, I brought my relics out, as you can see. The all Nike Vapors. Yeah, these are my babies. So anyway, thanks for tuning in. And like I said, if you like this channel, please hit the like button, subscribe, follow me. And like I said, if you have any questions about any equipment, hey, go ahead and put them on there, shoot them to me, and we'll see what we can find out for you. All right, ladies and gentlemen, have a great night from Knight's Play Golf Range. Good night, y'all.